So the Falcons coming to bat here in the bottom of the first, trailing 2-0. We'll read you through their starting lineup. Here's how Josh Kiesel's Falcons lineup coming in 4-3. Alex Hoff leads off. Wade Stouse hits second. Ben Swartz hitting third. Austin Schmidt hits fourth. Michael Long hits fifth. David Olenek hits sixth. Andrew Fay hits seventh. Brendan Olm, the designated hitter, hits eighth. And Nick Hoffman rounds out the order in ninth. And they'll go to task against the lefty from CBC High School and currently a Missouri State Bear, Cole Schroeder, making his third start. He's tossed 6 innings so far. Struggled a little bit to get a ton of outs, but he's had some electric stuff. 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. An ERA just over 9. 8 earned runs given up in 6 innings, but just 5 hits have resulted in those 8 runs. So Cole Schroeder making his third start here for Joey Hawkins Corn Belters, and he has a 2-0 lead to work with before he even takes the mound.
And that's what you get to see tonight, a couple of top prep left-handers in their days tearing up the St. Louis high school ranks. That's exactly what Schroeder did at CBC High School. 2 former MCC standouts. As we talked about what Plasmeyer did earlier before we went on the broadcast at DeSmet, and Schroeder obviously tore it up at CBC. And both, you got a former and current Division I players on the mound. A lot of talent in this league, and we've got more news today, Shane.
Jake Berger, first-round draft pick, will be joining the Corn Belters. We got word he'll be in the lineup on Friday, so you do not want to miss that one. That should be a treat. First-round draft pick of the White Sox will be joining this Corn Belter squad in just a few days. So make sure you either come out to the ballpark or tune in to catch Jake Berger's debut here in the Carshield Collegiate League on Friday.
That'll be a good Corn Belters lineup, won't it?
You bet it will.
Couple minor leaguers sandwiched in the middle of that order.
Tate Matheny, Jake Berger, as Hoff lifts that one in the shallow left center. Matheny, speak of Matheny, he runs that down in the gap and makes the catch. And the Corn Belters on that Friday will play in the nightcap against the Hoots at about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the 5:30 game between the Cavemen and Falcons. So make sure you either come out to Carshield Field or you can stay in your air conditioning. It's supposed to be hot on Friday. It's baseball weather, though. So either come out to the ballpark or we'll see you here for Jake Berger's debut on Friday.
And this is a nice opportunity for Schroeder to get some innings because we didn't see – at Missouri State didn't log any this spring, and being able to see him compete and get ready to go back there and compete as a left-hander, we mentioned we liked his stuff, and we obviously knew what he did at CBC, and he missed a lot of his senior season due to injury, and so this is a really good opportunity to be able to compete on the mound.
A couple of outings so far, went 3 1/3 against the Cavemen. Didn't surrender a hit, but gave up 4 earned runs. He walked 4 and then walked 5. In 2 2/3 against the Eagles. So command has been a bit of an issue. The stuff is there, just has to harness it for the young lefty. And there's a good one there. A good breaking ball locks up Wade Stouse for out number 2.
And what he just did to Wade Stouse, one time he did it 19 times in one game his junior year at CBC. 19 strikeouts. So the stuff undoubtedly is there. He features really good fastball coupled with a nice breaking ball. He has a very, very bright future. There's a couple pitchers in this league that are headed to Division I's or young at their Division I's, and we can tell that they have very bright futures ahead. Just with their ability from a stuff standpoint, or guys who have really good command already at this age.
And what makes those 19 strikeouts that more impressive is, as most local area baseball fans know, you play 7-inning games in high school. So all but 2 outs were strikeouts.
Indeed.
That's incredible. A 1-1 count here to Ben Swords playing third base this evening. And he looks at ball 2, 2-1. The first two have been retired by the man on the mound, Cole Schroeder, making his third start. He works to Ben Swords with 2 away. Nobody on, now in a 3-1 count.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 7-inning game, and it's not like, oh, people do that all the time. They're playing a bad team. No, that was a school record for a historic baseball team, a historic team who's won state championships in CBC. I mean, that shattered a school record right there with that. So
he surrendered his first walk there to Ben Swords with 2 away. And that brings in the league RBI leader, Austin Schmidt. He's driven in 12 runs in 6 games.
When guys get on base, it's scary when Austin Schmidt comes to the plate. Lindenwood's got themselves a treat coming their way this fall.
He'll be taking his talents from Jefferson College to Lindenwood and St. Charles. And like you said, they have themselves a fine backstop. And Austin Schmidt headed their way. And he rips that one down the left field line and well foul. 10 of those 12 RBIs, we talk about clutch, 10 of those 12 RBIs have come with 2 outs. So he's got that clutch factor that we talk about. Able to drive in runs with 2 away in an inning. One and one, strike 2. Nine for 22, slugging over 923 plate appearances. 3 homers, 12 driven in, and a couple of doubles. There goes Swords for second, but no throw needed. Schroeder fans Schmidt, a couple of strikeouts in the inning as Cole Schroeder works a scoreless bottom of the first. We head to the second. Corn Belters will look to add on to their 2-0 lead. You're watching Carshield Collegiate League TV. And he will face Michael Long to lead things off. David Olenek and Andrew Fay to follow. 5, 6, and 7 for the Corn Belters, or for the Falcons rather. Here in the bottom of the second. A first pitch swing by Long, and he swings right through it. Strike 1. Shane Holsey, Will Connerly. Thank you for joining us here on Carshield Collegiate League TV. Beautiful night for baseball here in O'Fallon. All 6 teams in action today, all 6 teams in action tomorrow. And then we're off Thursday, back at it Friday. One and one count to Michael Long. Swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss. CBC against MICDS right here. Schroeder against Long. The 1-2. Roped out to short. Mize on a hop. Nice play. And a strike over to first. Nice play, Drew Mize. That ball was absolutely scorched out to short. Mize backhanded it, gathered, made a strong throw over to Kyle Vance for the first out. And now the former St. Louis Patriot, David Olenek. Check swing and a ball. Pretty good breaking ball there from Schroeder. Two and 0 coming from Cole Schroeder, working to David Olenek. One away, nobody on. Here in the bottom of inning number 2. Corn Belters put up a couple in the top half of the first inning. And then Plasmeyer worked a scoreless second and now gives way to his offense. Trailing 2-0. He has a good breaking balls in there from the left-handed Missouri State hurler, Cole Schroeder. And another breaking ball, and Olenek swings right through it. 3 strikeouts for Schroeder here in an inning and 2/3. Went with back-to-back breaking balls to set down Olenek, and now the shortstop, the two-way player, Andrew Fay. Schroeder, the top prep left-handed pitcher in Missouri, coming out of high school, according to Perfect Game and Prep Baseball Report. Took his talents to Missouri State. 1.25 ERA as a senior at CBC. Back-to-back all MCC selection. Missed the senior season due to injury, and then sat out this spring with Missouri State. 2-1 count to the left-handed swinging shortstop Andrew Fay. And that's lifted into center. Tate Matheny now ranging back and making the catch. Got a little dicey out there in center field as that ball kept carrying. We're through 2 innings. We send you to Will.
Brandon Ohm, Nick Hoffman, and Alex Hoff here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as the Corn Belters have a 2-0 lead, and the southpaw is back out for his 3rd inning of work, Cole Schroeder. And Cole Schroeder gets the first pitch in for a strike to the right-handed hitting designated hitter, Brandon Ohm. A couple efficient lefties on the mound tonight, as we welcome you in here, Carshield Collegiate League TV. A 2-0 ball game as the Corn Belters scratched a couple runs across Michael Plasmeyer in the top of the 1st inning. No scoring has happened since, as we're here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Schroeder, the Missouri State lefty, working on these Falcons, goes to the breaking ball. Spikes it low. Cook keeps it in front of him. 2-ball, 2-strike count to the designated hitter. Brandon Ohm still looking for his first hit this summer. Gets rung up on a fastball on the corner, and they throw it around the horn. Nice way to paint the black. The lefty dotted up the glove side fastball. And he has a lot of good action on that fastball as well. We've seen a couple lefties tonight that have shown their ability to locate not only the glove side but also the arm side. They're working both sides of the plate, and you can attribute that to why they can get those strikeout numbers. And especially when Schroeder's in the zone consistently, we know that his stuff can be electric and very hard to square up. So Ohm gets caught looking. Schroeder paints the black, now working on Nick Hoffman, the 9-hitter. Is a Maryville infielder looking to get something going for the Falcons. These Falcons, one of the most electric offenses here in the Carshield Collegiate League, and we know what stuff plays on the mound. Even before we knew who was pitching for the Falcons today, we said that they have some of the best stuff on the mound. It may not show in the statistics, as we'd say that probably goes to the hoots in terms of effectiveness, but nonetheless, we got to the news that Michael Plasmeyer would be towing the rubber, and that heightened our status of the Falcons staff even more, if it wasn't already head and shoulders above everybody else. As that ball is popped up, Mize is under it. We'll catch it for the 2nd out. Pop out to the shortstop, and Nick Hoffman's retired.
You know, when we heard that, our ears kind of perked up like, oh, really? We got a 4th rounder out there on the mound, a legit major league prospect who could be in the big leagues within the next year.
The legit former Mizzou standout on the mound for the Falcons tonight. And they say he's in good shape. He's been throwing, and he's been around 90 miles per hour tonight, been throwing a lot of strikes, so it's a treat to watch him work on the mound. The Corn Belters did score a couple runs off him in the top of the 1st. But a couple of errors on the defensive side are why those runs scored, not to fault of Blasmeyer, who's been really filling up the strike zone tonight. Likewise, Schroeder's been very effective as well. Already 3 strikeouts, 2 2/3 innings for the Southpaw from Missouri State. And a swing and a miss right there as he gets Alex off, and Schroeder looks good. We're through 3. Wade Stouse, Ben Swords, Austin Schmidt, the heart of the order, 2 up for the Falcons, facing off against the left-hander, who's worked 3 scoreless innings so far tonight, back out here in the bottom of the 4th. Stouse, Swords, and Schmidt due up here as the first pitch is missed low for ball 1. 5 strikeouts so far for the Southpaw. He's thrown 45 pitches through 3 innings of work. Now in a 2-0 count to the slugger Wade Stouse. Stouse grounds this one to the right side. And thrown over to first base. Vance will corral that throw from Pearson, and they throw it around the horn for the first out. As Schroeder gets Stouse to ground out on a 2-0 fastball. That brings up Ben Swords. Ben Swords, the third baseman, walked back in the first inning against Schroeder. His first pitch swinging here in the bottom of the 4th and fouls it away. Nobody on and 1 out. As Schroeder's working here in his 3rd start of the summer. That breaking ball misses upstairs. Working here into the 4th inning. Hasn't surrendered a run yet. Just the 1 walk to Ben Swords. The only blemish in his night so far. 5 strikeouts, no hits. As a lefty has been efficient so far, as much as we talked about the successes and past successes of Michael Blasmeyer on the other side tonight, as he ultimately turned the ball over to Devin Radke last inning, who worked a clean frame. Cole Schroeder is working himself a gem right now against the Falcons offense, who is no joke. Ben Swords at the plate. Definitely a part of that list. The 3-hole hitter has been a mainstay for Josh Kiesel in the lineup. He hits this one toward the right side. Desmond Woods is tracking for it, but it goes out of play. Ben Swords, 7 hits and 17 tries, 5 singles, 2 doubles. Hitting over 400 coming into this evening's matchup. So full count as Schroeder delivers. Pitch missed low, so the only base runner to reach tonight is Ben Swords, and he's done it twice from the bases on balls. The full count pitch, he wanted to be careful to the third baseman slugger, but that brings up Austin Schmidt, who struck out swinging to end the first inning.
And these Falcons, anytime you get runners on base, especially with the man at the plate up right now, they're dangerous.
And Swords will swipe second base. At stolen bases brought to you by the O'Fallon Family YMCA. The Y for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. Runner in scoring position for guess who? The league leader in runs batted in, Austin Schmidt.
Seems like every time he comes to the plate, he's hitting with a lot of runners on base, runners in scoring position. Most of his damage coming with 2 outs, but hitting with 1 out here. Still a chance if he can put a ball in the outfield, pick up a base hit for himself, can drive in his 13th run, or park one over the fence and tie this ball game.
He takes the breaking ball low. We've got to be honest, this is the best we've seen Schroeder by far. His stuff has looked really good tonight. His ability to be in the strike zone much more tonight has shown how effective he can be. just has surrendered a couple walks as the only blemish on his line score tonight. As he's worked 3 scoreless frames, trying to work another one here in the bottom of the 4th. Working around a walk, who then later stole second base in Ben Swords, who's on second in scoring position with just 1 away to Austin Schmidt, the league leader in runs batted in. 3 balls and a strike. That ball's hit toward the right side. Desmond Woods is tracking for it again over there, but it's out of play into the seats. And then bounces up there toward the party patio for a foul ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Schroeder looking to hold on to this 2-0 lead his team has. Pitch missed low, and now back-to-back walks brings up Michael Long. Michael Long has really gotten to a groove these past couple days. We've seen his ability to square up the baseball has been ever-present. We know Schroeder likes the breaking ball, but Long has taken a couple breaking balls over the fence.
Long squared one up the last time he was at the plate, hit an absolute rocket out to short. Drew Mize made a heck of a play.
A healthy hack on the first offering, a swing and a miss, 0-1 the count with 1 away and 2 runners on base. Both reached on the bases on balls. Five strikeouts, 3 walks tonight for Schroeder. He gets a swing and a miss right there. Another healthy hack, but he pulled the string with that breaking ball.
Long, comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Both his home runs coming with 2 strikes, so not unfamiliar territory here and not anything he can't handle. Nasty arm on the mound, though, with Schroeder.
The 0-2 delivery from the left-hander to Michael Long. A swing and a miss and a key 6th strikeout of the night. For the young left-hander, that brings up David Olenek, the right fielder.
And now that double play can get him out of the inning. Still has yet to surrender a hit. Just a couple of walks this inning.
No hits for the young lefty. Working on a gem so far. There is a little bit of action going on in that Corn Belter bullpen. Nothing super serious yet. Just getting loose.
Rob Parks just playing catch down there in the bullpen.
The runner on second is Ben Swords. The runner on first is Austin Schmidt. And David Olenek has a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike count with 2 away. And Cole Schroeder looking to work through 4 scoreless frames. He's an out away. Already with 6 strikeouts tonight for the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs and 2 on the pitch. A swing and a miss. And he's been getting a lot of those tonight. A lot of the strikes have come from not the traditional called strike, but the big swing and a miss. He's been living more up in the zone with that fastball, but it's been running and hitters have been caught off guard. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 away as the lefty delivers. Misses low, scoots away from Cook, and runners will advance to second and third. And now that tying run goes into scoring position for David Olenek. Olenek struck out back in the second inning. Trying to work on something here in a 2 ball, 2 strike count with 2 away and 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now a base hit could tie this ball game. That wild pitch with 2 away could prove to be huge if Olenek can deliver.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Schroeder has been electric tonight so far. 7 strikeouts through 4 scoreless. We send it to the 5th. You're watching Carshield Collegiate League TV.